kicking off that work initiative and you just want to figure out what should I do to start planning for that work initiative, don't worry, in this video I got you covered. I'm actually going to walk you through 5 steps that are going to help you build that work initiative plan. I'm your host Darius and I'm here to help you master the art of project management, and I've done plenty of project plans in my time as a project manager, so I'm hoping to impart some of that knowledge onto you. But with that said, before we get started, please, if you like the video, please like the video, and please subscribe to the channel if you would like more videos similar to this, because I put out videos each and every Friday. But with that said, and without further ado, let's jump right in. So let's say you've been given that work initiative and you're like, hey, this is what it entails, this is what we need to get done. How do I start? A lot of professionals face this dilemma and oftentimes start to scramble and panic, and that initial portion of the project can start to feel very stressful, daunting, and in fact can start leading to a little anxiety before you even begin. And don't worry, I got you covered. So I'm going to actually cover those 5 steps like I mentioned. And the first step is identifying objectives, right? You want to identify what is the objective, what is the goal, what is it that needs to happen on this particular project or work initiative. The objective is going to guide you as to how and what you need to do to obviously get to that objective. That's the goal. Your goal is to get that work done. Sometimes these goals and initiatives might actually be deliverables, whether it's a project or whether it is a work initiative that you're looking to get done. The actual tangible result is going to be that deliverable that you receive from the end of that project. You want to gain and identify what that is so you can start building out whatever you need to do to get to that point. Step 2, now that you understand what your objectives are, what your goals are, what is your deliverables, you probably have an idea of what the project scope might look like. You then need to start with figuring out what is your budget, what are your resources. What are you going to need to actually get this work done? And like I said, I mentioned the scope, but the scope should be continuously building out as you're building this out, because you're going to start identifying what you need and what actually would be within scope. So assessing what your budget is, assessing what your resources is, and then figuring out whether you have those resources or you might need to actually outsource for those resources. You might not have the talent that you need, but someone else might. Once you figured out what those talents are and what you need, figure out where the constraints are and start solving for that problem. You want to figure out who can best help you and where do you need to fill in for what it is that you need. And you can interview, you can vendor hop, you can do whatever it is that you need to get this across the finish line. Then, my friend, you want to move on to step number 3, which would be identifying some of the key actions and milestones that need to happen. So what you need to do is take the objectives, break them down, and figure out what needs to happen for those objectives to occur. So you'll be building out essentially the task, in other words, or what it is that you're doing to accomplish those objectives. If you need to develop a website and you need the copy to be done on the website, what are the steps that you're going to need to take to build out that copy? What I can suggest to you in this particular phase is that you start doing a work breakdown structure. It's where you take the actual thing you're trying to get done, or the deliverable, and you break it down into parts until you get to the smallest and most finitest tasks that you can actually pull from that. Example would be, if I know I need copy for a website, then this is what I would do. Start with copy for website and start with, okay, well, we need to actually draft the copy, but before we draft the copy, we need to actually create the content outline. Before we create the content outline, we need to speak with the client and figure out what that looks like or what they want to include on the website. That is how you will start to break that down. That was very quick and easy, but this is what you want to do for all of the objectives. So this way you can start figuring out what are some key action items and what are some of the milestones that you might have in your schedule. And once you start identifying those milestones, it's very important to track your progress on those. It'll help you tremendously in making sure the project and the initiative stays on track time-wise, but that you're also getting the things done that you need to for that objective to occur. Now that you figured out your budget, now that you figured out your scope, and now that you figured out your schedule, you want to start figuring out who would be best to help you and support you on those tasks, milestones, key action items that I just mentioned. So you want to start assigning some of that work to some folks. Whether you use a work management tool to do that, or whether you use Excel or something to track it, my friend, you should track it. You should not start by just pouring out and throwing things to the wind and saying, hey, you do this, you do this, you do this. Because you're going to forget who did what and who was supposed to do what. It is way more helpful to at least have some form of tracking, so that this way everyone knows what their assignment is and what their roles are. And then make sure you are assigning these roles and responsibilities to people who actually have the skill set to do and carry out those roles. Be very mindful as to what you're asking your team members to do, and make sure that it aligns with their skill set. And then for the final step, you want to monitor and adjust the plan. Now, please document all of what you've done. Document the plan. You want to start monitoring that progress and make adjustments along the way. You want to make sure that everyone is working towards the work initiative, that everyone is building out what it is that you've asked them to do, and that they're carrying out their assignments effectively and efficiently. And if they, my friend, need support or need to figure out another way, or things are just not working out, you will need to adjust the budget, the scope, and the timeline. The goal is that you, my friend, want to make sure that you are doing the best that you can to produce the quality that is needed on this work initiative. Make sure you're having regular check-ins with your team, and make sure you're having conversations around what the project needs and what needs to happen. Make sure everyone is truly aware as to what is entailed when it comes to working on this initiative. And when challenges arise or risk, you want to make sure you address them effectively and as efficiently as possible. Talk with your team, figure out what it is that you all can do to help move the project forward. So those are my 5 simple steps to help you start planning your work initiatives effectively and efficiently. I hope you found this video helpful. I will be providing you a free project charter template, which you can actually get in the comment section below. So please take a look at it. That is not a full project plan, but it is something that can get you started. And if you like the video, please again like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you will want more videos similar to this that I'll be posting each and every Friday. I'm here to help you master the art of project management. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please write them in the comment section below. Please reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions that I can related to project management. But with that said, and without further ado, I appreciate each and every one of you for watching all the way to the end, and I look forward to speaking with you on the next one. Have a fantastic day.